Bruce and Janice, this is Donnie Von Marketing Twins. I'm going to do this quick video tutorial to show you how to make changes to your site regarding changes to text and so forth. I know you're maybe, who knows when you're watching this video, but I know that this is something you wanted to know early on, so I'll make it pretty simple for you. Let's take this example here. Here is our About Bruce page. One of the questions you wanted to know is, could you change these items right here from gray into blue? And the answer is yes, you can. The text in general, and this is kind of a set theme based on the theme itself, is a gray. It kind of goes with color schemes and so forth like that. Sometimes black text on white is harder on the eyes, so they use kind of a gray. It's a little bit easier on the eyes. But you wanted to change this. The answer is yes, you can change it to blue because you see I've already done so right here. So how do we go about changing that? Let me show you how to do that change, and you can also see when you're in there what you can do for other changes as well. This is now, once you log into your site, and I've given you the appropriate passwords and so forth to do so, you'll be brought to your dashboard. Now, you've seen in another video I've given you kind of a tutorial of what you'll find in the dashboard, but on the dashboard, once you scroll down here on the left-hand side, you should see something that says Pages. If you don't see the Edit and the New, all you have to do is click over here. There's a down arrow button, and that exposes the two options here. So if you don't see that, it just clicks on it and it releases those two options. So let's click on Edit. My computer is running a little slow tonight, so apologize for the delay. Okay, these are the pages that you've got. You can see that there are 11 total. These are the various pages that you have on your site right now. You can see all these titles are very familiar to you from what you've got on the site as we know it. The only page that is not visible is the summary page. You don't see that in any navigation, but you can get to it right there. But let's go to the About Bruce. I'm going to click Edit there. And again, I'm going to show you this is the page we're trying to do. And this is what it looks like on the back end. Now, as with a lot of places when you're trying to change website stuff, it doesn't always look as nice and pretty as it does on the end as it does on the back end. But don't let that fool you. This is still pretty easy to change. So let me kind of show you a few things. Okay. I want to bring this down just a little bit so you can see it. I think that's good right there. Okay. Now, this is your About Bruce page. If you ever wanted to change, for instance, this, oh, actually, no, we did this thing a little bit different than the last time. Okay. This About Bruce title here, you're never going to see that. I've taken that out. The reason is that About Bruce description there is not the same About Bruce here. The reason is this About Bruce is what you see here. We wanted it to say this on the page. That would not fit up here. So just know that if you ever want to change the title of the page here, this is where you do that. Okay, right here. Now, if you're thinking, wow, that looks a lot different, you're dealing with headings, and this is what I've talked about earlier, some of the stuff you wanted to change things. Headings are larger, heading 2s are not as large, heading 3s, and some of this is already preset into the theme, so you don't want to mess around too much with this, but you'll see as we go through the site some things that look, we used the heading 1 for some things and heading 2 for others. And then this general format paragraph thing is just kind of the default. So don't let that concern you too much, but just know that if you ever wanted to make change to this section right here, it's done right there. And the reason it's not blue here is that it's already like part of the theme. We had to change the colors, so that you really don't want to mess with changing right now anyway. But what we're focused on this for this tutorial is how to change the text. So one of the keys is right here. You want to do is to make this, not a very big window here, so we'll make that a little bit larger. So we take our we're holding down my mouse button my left mouse button and pulling that down, that makes it for a bigger window. And you can keep this getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if there's a maximum or not, but see these counseling highlights? That's what you'll see right there. So it looks kind of similar to what you're seeing on the screen. But this is where you want to change that. So again, you've got this up here. You've got all this. If for some reason you don't see all these options, right here is a button that's called the kitchen sink. Little humor there. They bring up these as kind of the default, and if you click on that, it opens up the kitchen sink, and you have all these other options. Now these are look very from a formatting standpoint. You got bold, italics. You can center things here. This is where you want to change the color. So you highlight your text that you want to color, and then right here you click on the down arrow. Now it's defaulted to the gray, so the closest blue we found is this one right here. Not the very corner, but the one right over is the blue that matches as close as we can. And on the site itself, you're not going to be able to tell that much difference between maybe this blue over here and this blue over here. So don't get caught up on that. But if you update the page and see, okay, looks like my internet's cooperating tonight. I'll go back over here to the page. Now you can't see what I'm about to do. I'm going to refresh my screen. And alright, let's see. Good. Now that is blue. So that's great. We want that to be blue just like this is. So what you'll be able to do is go change all those things to blue that you want to. Now let's say you want to make a change on somewhere else on the page. Let's say you have a missing, let's say there's an extra period here and you want to delete that off. You can see how simple it is you're still in this editing format here, and you just go and put your cursor there and backspace out that period. Then you always want to remember to update the page. When you update the page, it'll be good to go. And then this is the way it is on all